Like, I don't even want to stop to make this video because there's so many birds flying by and like, oh, I keep missing them. Hey guys, it's Marlene. Today I'm coming to you from the lovely Frank Lake. I'm out here with my LUMIX G9 Mark II and the 100 to 400 mil super telephoto lens. I'm shooting birds, of course. This is a bit of a bird sanctuary and it is south of Calgary, about an hour from where I live. And it's full of birds at this time of year. And the most amazing birds that I've ever seen here are the pelicans. Now, the first time I came here, I was shocked that there are actually pelicans on the prairies. Now, I've done videos of those pelicans before in some of my previous videos with the LUMIX G9, but today I'm going to practice using different slow motion settings. Although having said that, the pelicans, they're so graceful when they fly, you don't really need slow motion. And oh my goodness, I see like blue herons, and I just saw a night heron. Oh geez, there's a nice heron just landing. I'm missing all the action. Anyway, I'm going to go out and take some shots and some video clips and share them with you. It's just so lovely out here. And I mean, it's like 11 in the morning, so even though I've missed the best time of the day for light, there's still lots of action. So even if you can't get out when you think you want to get out, definitely try it anyway, because it's always good practice to shoot in any light. So I've tried the S&Q mode on the G9 Mark II. I've done 300 frames per second, 200 frames per second, and I tried 120 frames per second with autofocus because the faster frame rates are manual focus only. And I have to say that I actually like shooting in manual focus because the focus doesn't hunt. So if you can pick a target far away, put it on a small f-stop like f/16 or something, you're going to have really good depth of field because your subject's far away and you have lots of light and you're in manual focus. So once, you have really good depth of field, so you don't have to worry about your focus. So that's a tip for you, because when you have sky in the background, blue sky is just a plain background, no matter if it's at f4 or f/16. So keep that in mind. Here's a manual focus tip for you. I suggest you push the AF on button and it will focus even though you're in manual focus. So you're in like slow and quick mode, you're in manual focus. But if you push the F on button or tap the screen where you want it to focus, it will focus. And then you just leave it there and you kind of approximate, especially if the birds are far away, you kind of approximate where they're going to be. And you don't even have to worry about focus. You just worry about framing. And sometimes that's the hardest part. Also, sometimes mirages throw off your autofocus. So I think it's a good practice to practice with manual focus when you're birding and shooting things that, oh no, there's the turn and he's doing the thing I want him to do. Oh, wow. Okay, well, like I was saying, if you have a lot of mirage, like today it's super hot and there's mirage over the fields, definitely you want to use manual focus because your focus won't be accurate and it will be hunting. And to be honest, if you have a bird and it's in mirage, it's probably going to have mirage too. But if a bird is in the air, you might have better luck because it's off the surface of the warm ground. So on the G9 Mark II, the S&Q is on the mode dial. In other cameras, it might have its own switch like the S1 Mark II, and you might have to find it buried in the menus in other cameras. So once that's set up, you have to go into the camera menus and choose your slow and quick settings. So this is in the video mode, third one down, slow and quick setting. And again, you might have to find that menu in another part of your menus if you use a different camera than the G9 Mark II. One thing that I did was I set up my S&Q mode right in my quick menu, and I just love the quick menu. I do have a video about how I set up the quick menu on the G9 Mark II, so you can have a look at that. I'll put a link in the description. And all you have to do is hit the menu set, and right from the quick menu, you can change your frame rate. And I prefer to do it that way so that when I'm on the go, I can change it easily. I don't have to go menu diving. Your slow and quick settings are limited by the recording quality that you've chosen for your video clip. So in this case, I've got 4K. And if I go to the slow and quick settings in 4K, you can see that at 4K 30, it's 4 times slower, but my slow and quick only goes to 120. Let's pick a different recording quality. So let's go to, I think this is the one I picked right here. So this is a 1080p recording quality. So I go to the slow and quick there, and you can see that I can go all the way up to 300 frames per second. And I did do most of my clips at 300. I tried 240 and 200, and I did do a couple on 120 with autofocus, but I found that it was much more fun seeing things super slow at 300 frames per second. So definitely experiment with the recording quality when you're working with the slow and quick mode to get different effects, whether you're shooting birds or something else that's moving. At the moment, I'm shooting my talking head with the Insta360 Ace Pro 2. I bought this with my own money, just FYI. And yeah, I'm going to test it to see how it works for the vlogging stuff, for the talking head. Here's my new handy stool from Bass Brothers Pro Shop, a little hunting store. I think it was $9.99, and that's Canadian dollars, so you know that's like $5 US. Anyway, this stool is invaluable when you're out birding and waiting for the action. Lots of birds skimming across the water here. It's just beautiful. It's a calm day, so the water's just quite flat today. Well, I just photographed the heron again, and the terns do not like it at all. I'm going to share that clip. They're after it every time that they fly by. The terns are after the night herons. So I'm not sure why that is. Maybe they're stealing their fish. And sorry, my eyes are all over the place today because I can't even look at the lens. I'm looking all over the skies because there's just, oh, there's the heron again. There's just so much going on here. Sorry, I will hopefully get some good clips and photos for you. Now, of course, not everything needs to be shot in slow motion. I did shoot a lot of regular speed clips as well. Look at this guy's feet. And I shot a lot of photos while I was there, and I was incredibly lucky to capture this great blue heron as it was lifting off from the reeds. It was quite incredible to see. I knew it was going to take off, and at the time I couldn't decide if I should shoot a video or photos, and I'm so happy I chose photos. I had lots of opportunities for photos and videos, so no excuses. So my final tips for slow motion and basically birds in flight Focus on something in the distance and set your manual focus that way. And once it's set, you have enough depth of field that you should be able to get most of your birds in flight as they're flying by or even coming towards you, especially if you use a f-stop like f16 or something like that. And you should definitely have enough light, like on a day like today. There's probably too much light. I'm in, midday sun here right now. And always be ready. But if you have any techniques of your own, please feel free to share them in the comments. I look forward to hearing from you as always. And actually, I saw one of my YouTubers out here today. His name's Jim. Hi, Jim. Gonna give him a little shout out. And yeah, if you see me out and about, please say hello. I love meeting my YouTube friends in person. If you want to see another birding video I did out here in Frank Lake, I'll put the link here and you can see some of the cool photos that I took about 2 years ago with the G9.